No.
Aw, isn't that cute?
Shut up!
Getting in a little Smash Bros, huh, with your precious little Greninja?
No.
Oh, and you're even beating up on a computer-controlled Charizard. How adorable.
Shut it! I'm gonna get real good with him and prove to everyone—
You're not proving shit, and it's too early in the show for callbacks. Play the thing! Hello everyone and welcome to Hidden Nerds. I'm Bosh, your host with the most, who loves to boast, and with Oodle whose ass I love to roast.
Someone's in a mood today.
Of course, we're talking about my favorite animation studio of all time. And I'm also piggybacking off that desperate attempt I just witnessed to prove something that can't be proven.
One of these days, I'll make you eat those words.
Sure you will. In the meantime, Studio Ghibli is today's topic. The studio behind many classic films such as Kiki's Delivery Service, My Neighbor Totoro, and the critically acclaimed Princess Mononoke, as well as my personal favorite, Spirited Away.
But before we get into those, you can't talk about Studio Ghibli without talking about Hayao Miyazaki.
Yes, Oodle, you are correct. Him along with—
Nope!
Excuse me?
People only care about Miyazaki-san. Those other guys are like the Steve Ditkos and Jack Kirbys of Studio Ghibli. Most people don't even know who they are.
Easy, Oodle. Some people out there may not agree with that.
Oh, what are they gonna do? Break my legs?
Them? No. Enough people ask me to do it, though.
Bosh, I'll eat you if you try.
Moving on. For the sake of time, we'll take Oodle's advice and stick to Hayao Miyazaki. Born on January 24th, 1941, Miyazaki was the second of 4 sons.
Yeah, his childhood was pretty scary. During World War II, his family would have to evacuate from Bunkyo, Tokyo to,
Say it.
Oh, what? Oh, come on. You gave me all the hard words on purpose.
Yes, I did. I knew your struggle would amuse me. Now say it.
His family had to evacuate to Utsunomiya.
See, was that really so hard?
I hate you.
What's that?
After the bombing of Utsunomiya, his family would have to evacuate to Kanuma. The bombing of Utsunomiya would leave a lasting impression on a young Miyazaki-san.
Yes, a number of his works would have themes of war strung throughout them. Such themes could be found in Porco Rosso, Princess Mononoke, and Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind.
But that doesn't mean that all of them were about war, right?
Oh no, even though war was present in Princess Mononoke, for example, that film was more about mankind's struggle to find harmony and balance with nature.
Ooh, deeper meaning. You know, Bosh, it kind of reminds me of the story of how your people came to live in the forest.
That's why it is one of my favorite movies. It serves as a reminder that humans can be real dicks, endlessly chopping down this, relentlessly drilling into that. It honestly pains me to be stuck among them for this long.
You talking shit?
Humans suck and they're destroying the planet.
Fair enough.
I guess it makes sense that you would love the environment so much, being from a city in the forest and all. Speaking of which, how did you end up getting banished? I don't think we've brought that up in the podcast yet.
Yes, I suppose it was only a matter of time before it came up. To make a long story short, I tried to make the Frito company pay for stealing my people's most sacred of recipes. Cheetos.
Holy shit, your people invented Cheetos?
Yes, Oodle, that is correct. Charles Elmer Doolin, the founder of the Frito company, stole the recipe for Cheetos from the Sasquatch.
But Google says right here that Doolin created Cheetos somewhere around 1948.
That's horseshit, Oodle. Doolin stole the recipe from an ancient tomb of ours he discovered in 1947, and he was profiting off my people's recipe by 1948.
Wow. Probably should have left a few guards behind, huh? Well, okay, so how does all this lead to you getting banished?
Without getting into too much detail, my efforts to make the Frito Company pay for his crimes nearly led to the exposure of my people and our city. The council was pissed, and so they kicked me out.
Wouldn't execution have been better? I mean, how do they know you wouldn't just say fuck 'em all and tell the world the truth about the Sasquatch for payback?
Because even though I fucked up royally, they knew my intentions were in the right place. I won't stop, though. Someday, I'll make them pay for Doolin's crimes, whether the council likes it or not.
Well, damn, son. Guess you got your work cut out for you. Speaking of work, we should probably get back to the topic.
Yes, you're right. Anyway, where were we? I think all that's left to really say about Hayao Miyazaki is that he co-founded Studio Ghibli in 1985. Screw those other guys, let's talk about movies. Oodle, your favorite Studio Ghibli movies. Go.
I'd have to say my first favorite would be My Neighbor Totoro.
Good choice.
For those of you that don't know, this one's about two girls that have a run-in with a forest spirit after they move to a small town on the edge of a really big forest.
Strong themes of humanity's relationship with the environment, as well as family and youthful innocence.
I just like that Totoro looks like a giant raccoon bear. Oh, and that cat bus.
Oh yes, that goofy-looking 12-legged thing.
He's not goofy-looking. He's adorable, and I love him.
How do you know it's a he? I didn't see any testicles on that thing.
It's a kids' movie, Bosh.
All right, fine. Anything else you'd like to add, or would you like to discuss another favorite film?
Aside from thinking that I'm going to be Totoro for Halloween this year, no. Oh, no, wait. Porco Rosso.
Not a bad pick. Not particularly in love with that one, though. What'd you like about it?
It made me believe that a pretty lady could be in love with an oddly shaped and cursed man. Like maybe someday, me and Scarlet Joe.
Oodle, if you finish that sentence, you're probably going to get sued.
Whoops!
So there's nothing else about the movie you cared for?
No, not really.
The aerial dogfights, the whole being an air pirate bounty hunter thing?
Nope.
Well, all right. Like normal, you keep it simple.
Well, I wouldn't call it simple, Bosh. It's important for people from all walks of life to be represented in media. People need to see someone they feel represents them kicking ass and taking names from time to time. Seeing someone like Porco walk away at the end of the movie with the love of his life still in his corner gives an odd half-breed like me hope. Everyone needs to see themselves as the hero every now and then, and Porco Rosso did that for me.
Damn.
How about you, Bosh? What are your favorite movies?
Right, yes. I'd have to say that Princess Mononoke is definitely on the list, and despite not being my number one favorite, it is still one of my favorite movies of all time.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yes, I find it most interesting that it tells the story where there's no real villain.
What? The lady in Irontown is the villain.
Is she, though, Oodle? It could be argued that she was merely trying to protect her people, all of which she treated equally. Her methods may have been a bit severe, but that doesn't inherently make her a villain. When nature attacked, she responded. She didn't hold any initial malice towards the forest or its inhabitants.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Humans need to advance, and nature needs to be preserved. A tricky balancing act indeed.
You are correct, Oodle. It is that sentiment right there that resonates with me the most, as it parallels the history of the Sasquatch.
I remember when that guy Ashitaka shot a guy's head off with an arrow.
Well, that was random. You are correct, though. It is a fairly violent movie.
Fairly? People get arms chopped off, all manner of beasts get heads chopped off, and at one point, a bunch of soldiers are running around in boar skins just to piss off a boar god. I'd say it's pretty damn violent.
All right, fine. It's a very violent movie. That doesn't undermine the more substantial themes, though. Don't forget, there are individuality and sexuality and disability themes to be found as well.
Sexuality? I miss a nipple somewhere.
No, you perv. A lot of women in Irontown used to be prostitutes.
So I did miss a nipple.
For fuck's sake. Let's just move on. My other pick, and easily my favorite Studio Ghibli film, is Spirited Away.
Oh, the food in that one scene where her parents turned into pigs was so yummy looking.
Yes, I had to hit you with a stick several times to get you to stop licking the screen. You do realize that if you ruin the anonymous man's TV, he's going to use your backside to polish his boots again, right?
Yeah, I remember from when I stuck the fork in the toaster.
And you tried to reason that the resulting shock that launched you across the living room was punishment enough, but he wasn't having that, was he, Oodle?
No.
Remember that the next time you see something tasty on TV. Now, Spirited Away. For those of you that haven't seen it,
stop right here and go see it.
Agreed. But for those of you that haven't seen it, it is the story of Chihiro, a 10-year-old girl who finds herself trapped in the spirit world. When her parents decide to explore an abandoned theme park on their way to their new home, they get turned into pigs after devouring the food of the spirits. But we already covered that, didn't we, Oodle?
Yeah.
After that, she finds herself in the employ of the witch Yubaba. The owner of the bathhouse for the spirits, Yubaba takes Chihiro's name, changing it to Sen as a means of controlling her, and young Sen begins her journey to turn her parents back to normal and find a way out of the spirit world.
And boy, howdy is it an endeavor. She's got to figure out how to work with the other workers who hate her because she's human, and she's got to help clean a river spirit that's mistaken for a stink spirit.
Yes, I found that to be one of the more interesting moments in the movie. While trying to clean this spirit, she finds a bike handle sticking out of this thing, and with the help of the others, she manages to pull it out, and shit, tons of trash comes spewing out of this thing.
Yeah, turns out it was this way because humans were polluting its river.
Once again, you can see the themes of humankind's effects on nature.
That seems to come up a lot in these movies, doesn't it?
Well, it's important to keep in mind, Oodle, that we only have one planet, and more often than not, we take advantage of it.
That we do, Bosh. Actually, taking advantage of things is a perfect segue into our new segment.
Our what?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.
Oodle, what the hell was that?
The anonymous man suggested we add a segment to our podcast, so this is what I came up with. It's called Associated Weirdness, and in this segment, we'll go over the weird, controversial, or otherwise odd stories that go with this topic.
I like it. I'd work on those segues if I were you, though. I already don't like where this one's going.
Yeah, it's pretty dark. The story goes like this. According to some theorists, Spirited Away has underlying tones of sex trafficking and child prostitution.
You're about to ruin me, aren't you?
Yep, it starts off with Chihiro being hired as a Yuna. Yunas were bathhouse workers that were tasked with washing the male patrons of the bathhouses. And if you notice, all the spirits that came to the bathhouse, male.
Damn it, Oodle.
And can you guess what they would call the madam of these bathhouses?
Ah, hell. Yubaba.
Ding, ding, ding! That's right! There's other stuff too, like how she was rewarded by the river spirit for cleaning him as they would in these bathhouses.
You didn't say that on accident, did you?
Oh, you got me. Some of the men would stay after hours in the bathhouses for sex.
Great. Anything else?
Plenty, but I'll end the segment with this. Remember that character No Face?
Yes, the shadowy character led into the bathhouse by Chihiro?
Well, it's said his constant attempts to shower her with gifts were symbolizing his desire to take her virginity.
Fuck.
Basically, virginity was the most valuable thing in these places.
I think that's a depressing enough end to the segment. Maybe you try a lighter tone on the next one.
No promises, Bosh.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about time we wrapped this up. This has probably been our longest one so far, and we like to keep it short and sweet if possible.
Short is the best kind of sweet.
You're implying something dirty, aren't you? Well, that's it, folks. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode. We know there's a lot more that could have been discussed, but then we'd be here all day. Not 100% sure what we'll be going over next time, but I'm sure it'll be something amazing. Until then, remember to
spread that good word of nerd, everybody.
Really, Oodle, you had to interrupt me.
I knew it would make that little vein pop out in your forehead. It gets so big you can see it through your fur. It looks like you're growing a second head.
Hello, everyone. This is Chris McDonald here, creator of the podcast. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. I know there wasn't an episode update last time, so I wanted to make sure I got one in this time just to let you all know what's going on. Currently, it is proving to be a little difficult to get a lot of the stuff done that I need to get done for this podcast, as well as another business I'm trying to start. Getting it all done by myself. I got a lot of stuff I'm trying to learn for the first time to get all this done, and it's just proving to be kind of difficult for one man to do. I've also had some family stuff I've been dealing with, but life happens. I know that particular family member is probably going to hear this. Don't feel bad. Life happens. I love you. Anyway, just want to let y'all know everything that goes into a podcast to make it, legitimate. Still in the works. Still trying to get it going. But like I said, it's just got a lot on my plate right now between, just trying to make this a business, trying to make another business a business, being there for family. Kind of not had a lot of time for friends with that and my full-time job as well. But, I want to make this work. So, sacrifices got to be made, and certain things got to be prioritized. I'm sure there's plenty of you that understand. For those of you that do and stick with me through these, this rocky start, as far as I feel, feels like a rocky start. I just want to thank you all for being here for it. For those of you that are like, no, you're not doing good enough. I'm not going to listen anymore. All right, bye. So yeah, just want to let you all know what's going on. It's just kind of tough, but I'm making it happen slowly but surely, and I just hope you all keep listening. I hope you enjoy this strange universe that probably means I need some sort of psychiatric counseling when I think about it. But anyway, you all take it easy. Enjoy this nice-ish weather. Well, here in Portland anyway, nice-ish weather. Stay strong through this whole COVID mess, and keep spreading that good word of nerd, alright? Take it easy, everybody. See you on the next one.